Hey, we're going to start talking about spore testing your autoclave. There are two options that you can do. You can send in your bacterial culture from the spore alert kit. It gives you everything you need to use and take to put into a box that you send back, and they'll validate that your autoclave is working. If you're like a lot of dentists, they'll self-spore test it themselves. And you get this, when you send it in through the mail, you'll get this back, and this becomes your documentation that your product is satisfactorily working. It'll tell you the name. This is a M7 speed clave, which is one that's been sent off. It's made by Midmark, and they'll say at what level we're testing at. Here we're testing at 250. I said 230 in the area. It's between 230 and 250. We always turn it up to the 250, so that's where we're functioning at. And we ran it for 30 minutes, and it gave us the information that ours is satisfactorily. So this is your documentation if anyone ever challenges you about if your autoclave is working or not. That's one option. The other option is, we'll do it over here. The other option is that you can use what's called a sterile check or your own self-spore testing. And what they do is they give you a whole lot of these testing vials. You'll see inside the vial that it has a Bacillus subtilis bacteria in a glass vial with a pink indicator and a little white test strip that's inside. What you do with this is that you can put it in a bag that you've preloaded with instruments. Thank you. Here's your clean instruments that you've wire bristle brushed and you've washed all the agent off of it. You would pop this right here and stick that inside here and seal it, and when you bring this out, you take this and put it inside this incubator, and this incubator, when you put it in there, will incubate that for 12 hours. And if it's purple when it comes out, it's okay. But if this turns yellow, then you know you've got a failure in the temperature of this device right here. So whatever autoclave you are, you can either self-test it with a spore test system, and this little item right here is probably around $250, $300, depending on who you purchase it from, and you can get a box of 100 of these to test as often as you want to. If you want to test it once a week, you can, or once a month, you can, but this is the spore testing vials, and that's your other option. Then you would take that information and write it down on a chart, and you'd have a long chart of all the times you tested it with the dates that you tested it as proof to whoever might want to inspect that information. All right, so you've got your options of doing, you can mail it in, you take one of those little strips, put it inside of here and mail it off, or you can do your self-testing right here with spore testing. That's it for today.